Okay. I guess this is taking longer than I had expected. Does somebody have a class coming up? No. Okay. Let me ask you a question. How are you doing the cost? How are you calculating costs so you can compare the two systems? Okay. Okay, that'd be one way to do it, is to accumulate the cycle time every day. If actually what I did is when it came out of the processor, in an assign block, I took total cost is equal to total cost plus cycle time times $1 or cycle time times 75 cents, whichever was relevant. So you just got to accumulate it. And then in a tally, since I wanted daily cost or daily times, whichever you preferred, if you can either accumulate the cost directly or accumulate the cycle times, and then you'd have another block, like you have a daily controller come in. If your run length is more than a day, you could have a daily controller come in, which would accumulate that at the end of every day. So you'd wait 24 hours and then accumulate that cost, put that in a tally, and then zero out the cost so it would start accumulating again in the day. Did that make sense, or was that okay? In other words, let me. Where's Arena? I've lost. Oh, there it is. Of course, we need to get cost and standard deviation of cost. One way to do it is you could, of course, just accumulate throughout the replication to divide by the number of days. But if you want daily values, so you have a create block where this is parts coming in, parts arriving. I can't even spell. Okay, whatever that is, of course, this is according to the schedule. Okay. So you have some sort of stuff coming in here which simulates your manufacturing process. Then you'd have a second create block, which would be something like a daily controller. Daily control, and that would be a constant. They should come in 24 hours apart, and the first creation would be delayed for 24 hours. So this would come in at the end of every day. Okay, it's coming in 24 hours between daily controls. The first arrival would not occur until the end of the first day. And then you would stick in a tally whatever your daily costs are. And then you'd have to set your daily cost to zero because you want to accumulate them all over again every day. And then you would dispose. Okay? So this would be the type would be an expression. Right? And what you would record in this expression is the accumulated cost. Now, I think the word cost, C-O-S-T, is a reserved word. There might be a variable or something in Arena identified as, but this is profit, or is this cost? This is cost, I think. Okay, so you can't use the word cost. I'm not sure C-O-S-T or C-O-S-T-S. One of those might be a reserved word. So I would use something like either total cost or daily cost. Okay? And then you would and then every day you would record that in a tally, so at the end of your run, you'd have the mean value from that. Okay? What was the other issue? Oh yeah, the other issue was, how about failures? If you read the problem carefully, it said that the catastrophic failures, that time was based on operating time, not calendar time. There's a difference. Operating time is not the same as calendar time, unless the system is overloaded, of course. So did that absorb for anybody? Okay. If you look at the failures, when it's based on time, that last parameter says uptime in this state only. Okay? I talked about that a little bit in class. Remember, it kind of depends upon how data is collected, or data are collected. Okay? So what I did not mention I don't think I mentioned the states. There are default states for every resource. The default states are busy, idle, failed, and inactive. Okay, those are default states. So if your operating time is obviously when it's busy. So in this parameter, you should put busy. Okay? And that means that the random time is only going to count while it's in the busy state instead of just calendar time. Of course, if it's real busy, it doesn't make that much difference. It's probably not very relevant. Okay? Well, of course, for the machine that's down 8 hours every day, that will make a big difference. Okay. Any questions? I'll tell you what, because this is taking longer than I had expected, and if you have, the lab is only supposed to take 2.5 hours, I think. If you want to turn this in to Ben on Monday, that would be okay. If you need to go to another class pretty soon, feel free to do that, and then just give it to Ben at the start of class on Monday. What are the other issues that are making it longer than I had expected? Or are these the two main things? Or anything else? Okay. Wait, this didn't record. Oh no.